Nothing says like coming soon. I messed that up. Like heading to the release preview ring. Nothing says something's coming soon like landing in the release preview ring is what I was trying to
Well,
say.
normally, but yes, okay, that's the way it should be. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a pretty logical person. Starts in dev, goes to beta, goes to whatever, and now we're in release preview.
You're so naive. It's just adorable.
Well, this should
But,
arrive.
yeah. What is the thing you're referring to?
Well, there's whatever the latest moment update thing, whatever they're calling, should arrive March 14th because that would be Patch Tuesday, and that's when they should ship it, unless they just spin the wheel of whatever and ship it on a different date.
And what's in this thing? What are we?
I don't even know. I can tell you.
Yeah.
I can tell you the one thing that is in here, Paul Thurrott,
Mm-hmm.
is this is so. Remember, summertime maybe they had a system where they were screwing around with the system tray.
Yeah.
And they were using it as a XAML island, and then at the last second they ripped it out because it wasn't ready.
Because it's a XAML island, and XAML islands doesn't work.
Well,
That's what the whole world is finding out.
Well, it's coming back. That is what's in this update, which is more important to honestly Stardock than anything else, just because we have to account for that, which means we have to ship a different version of Start 11, which we will do. We'll put it in our little beta ring probably tomorrow that accounts for that, because otherwise the product would break. So,
gotcha. What are they doing? Just rendering the tray differently?
I mean, painting it. Yeah, it's just it. There
is it the like the little overflow area, the hidden icons thing? Is that going to be like a XAML bar with like bigger icons?
It's going to be a XAML buffet at the end of the day. I mean,
yes. Yeah. Okay. That's
so
cute.
that's coming. There's some other whatever stuff, and March 14th, something like that.
I think Microsoft has started letting Bing AI decide when Bing AI features are going to roll out, because it's like, we're scaling back. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not.
So here's the other interesting thing that I didn't initially catch up on or figure out until now, is that Bing is their AI brand. That is the brand they are using for AI, is Bing.
Let me ask you a question about that. I actually have two questions. One, isn't Bing a terrible brand? And two, is Cortana such a terrible brand that they don't just use that? Because doesn't that make more sense?
I think Cortana came and went and failed, and Bing...
I mean, Cortana is a character in a game that went insane. I think it's perfect.
I mean, that franchise is doing so well. I'm not surprised they're not hijacking more brand titles out of there. So,
I think the future of the Halo franchise is no more Cortana, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's not just the whatever that rendering engine they used was. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So, anyways, you can now ask Bing Chat AI whatever 6 questions now instead of 5. So that's what is that a 20% increase, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at me doing math.
Down from infinite.
Well, it went from infinite down to like 5. And now it's up to 6.
Yeah. Don't keep it engaged for too long. It starts to go off the rails. It's like you're sitting at the bar and the person next to you is pounding back the drinks, and eventually you just have to be like, I'm walking away from this because this is going to get stupid. Yeah. No, it's definitely ready for release. I don't understand any complaints about
Paul, they say
the
there's no such thing as bad PR. And if that is the case, Bing is killing it, because Bing has been in more headlines, tweets, and Facebook posts in the last, 7 days than the past 10 years.
Yep. Oh, no doubt about it. Yep. Oh. I'm sure most people who saw this thing, because, in the beginning it would be like Microsoft AI something, and be like, okay, that makes, Microsoft, yeah, sure. But, the headlines that are like Bing, something, they're like, wait, is Bing still a thing? That's still around? Yeah.
Well, it's back. It's not going away now, because they're not going to, well, they might rebrand. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they've done it.
Yep. Yeah, they'll be like, oh, no, we always intended this was just a public preview. This wasn't how we were going to go to market. Just kidding. No, This is the genie out of the bottle. This train's going down the tracks.
It is. The question is, which side of the trolley problem are we on? Is it going to kill one person, or is it going to kill the 5 people?
Well, the problem is what kind of a train is it? It's like that Chris Pine and Denzel Washington movie where the trains just can't stop and it's heading towards some giant turn in some Pennsylvania town.
Or it could be like the one in Ohio that dumped.
It would be exactly like that. Although that train crash did not require a curve of some kind.
No, more impressive.
So that's quite a trick.
Mm-hmm.
How did that thing actually derail? I don't even know.
I don't know, Paul. I always joke that I could get lost in a one-way alley.
On the track to flatten it. It's like an episode of Davy and Goliath where he gets his sneakers caught in the train tracks. God. I know. I'm all over the map. I'm not sleeping well, dude. I got a lot of stuff going on.
The important thing is it's not bleeding into your work.
Are having to make a little bit of a leap. There.
Microsoft also, so yesterday they had their big court thing in the EU, and they also came out and announced that NVIDIA is now on board with their little acquisition because Microsoft said, we'll bring all our games to your platform too. And they're like, okay. And yeah.
The interesting thing about the Activision Blizzard stuff to me is how many people keep coming to me and saying, well, you must agree now that this is never going to happen. And to which I always say the same thing. Like, I really don't see any reason why this can't happen. But there is one reason this can't happen. And that reason is actually Microsoft. Why are they still doing this? like how much bullcrap do you have to put up with before you just like, you know what? Screw it. It's kind of amazing, like how much opposition there is in certain circles.
Sure.
And then full support for it in other circles, of course. But it's weird to me they have to go through this.
Well, they've also got how much? They owe a couple $1 billion if they walk away from this. So
well, that's okay. They'll make that up in Bing market share. Maybe that's why they rushed Bing out to help pay that bill. See, 2 points of market share, and they're in.
What is $1 billion to Microsoft anyway? It's like 3 days of revenue or something.
I know. Exactly. It redirects some most revenues.
Yeah. And then they also announced the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Family Plan, which has been floating around for a long time, is coming to 6 more countries, none of which are the U.S. So
I know. Yeah, I had to go look this up because I was like, yeah, no, I remember this, of course. It launched in 2 countries, Chile and Japan, maybe?
I think it was Scotland.
Scotland. Okay. Back in September. And that was the last time there was an update on this. So 6 more countries, yeah.
Better than no more countries, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
No country for old men, whatever that. Oh, which reminds me, I need to find this. It's going to take me a minute.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to make a comment about multi-stacking, which they're not allowing.
You do that.
So you know that, like, if you have an Xbox Game Pass whatever subscription, Ultimate, let's say, and you convert it to this family plan, you get like kind of like a prorated rate or whatever. So 30 days of Ultimate it turns into 18 days of the family plan. So like one thing people could have done if Microsoft allowed it is you can invite up to 5 other people, I think it is. And if each of them had an Ultimate subscription, then you could like spread the thing out by whatever 18 times 5 is. Almost 100 days, but they're not allowing that. So only the original subscriber can bring in their credit from their previous subscription. So just a little bit of math for the morning.
I meant to bring this up yesterday, but this happened on Twitter because I put out a tweet saying, hey, now that we've had fun, having Bing AI tell it's going to kill us or whatever, has anybody found anything decent for it? And one user who listens to this podcast, Rory853, responded with the prompt, if Brad Sams and Paul Thurrott formed a boy band, what would the name of the boy band be?
Oh, boy.
So here are the responses. The Tech Cowboys, Thurrott and Sam's country duo, First Ring Road,
oh boy,
Backstreet Boots, and Synced Up Country.
Yikes. How come it went country on all of those?
I don't know. Maybe
we were going to be a country boy band.
Was it a boy band? Yeah, a boy band. I don't know where it came from. But here's where it gets better.
I don't even like country music.
He then asked, he said, what would be the name of their first song?
Oh, God.
And these are actually pretty good.
Okay.
I'll give Bing credit here. The first song is Tech Me Home, Country Roads. I Walk the Line, in parentheses, of Code.
Oh, boy.
Stand by Your Man Cave.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I'm not making this up. I think this would be our absolute number one hit. You're the reasons our podcasts are ugly. So
it's like something you say to a spouse, like, "Don't cry. You're so ugly when you cry." You know what I mean?
You're the
like
reasons.
A weird. It sounds like it's nice at first, and it's like, wait a minute, what?
I would like to hear "Take Me Home, Country Roads." I think that would.
I mean, oh God, that's when PDC 2003. I think Carl Franklin was part of it, and I know that Don. Oh God, I just forgot his name because it's so early in the morning. Guy from Microsoft. Jeez,
Don Knox.
Don Knox. Thank you. Jeez, Louise. They were in a little impromptu band called Band on the Runtime.
Yeah.
And it was all, that kind of song, like that kind of music, that was real, but like redone lyrics for the tech industry. And it's like, just groan inducing. But they were trying to get Miguel de Casa to come to Microsoft at the time, which of course eventually he did, but a long time later. And they sang the song Michelle by the Beatles, but as Miguel. And it was like, It's too bad. The rooftop of some hotel in Los Angeles. Band on the Runtime. I like Stand By Your Man Cave, though.